Beloved soul, there is a power within you so magnificent, so divine, that when awakened, it aligns your entire life with abundance, love, healing, and peace. That power is not outside of you. It is inside your thoughts, your feelings, and most importantly, your belief in your own worthiness. Today, I will teach you how to feel it, not just think about it, not just hope for it, but truly feel it in every fiber of your being. Because what you feel, you attract. What you embody, you become. Everything in life is energy. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel, it all carries a vibration. And the vibration you send out is always matched by the vibration that comes back to you. Life does not respond to your words alone. It responds to the energy underneath those words. You may say, I am abundant, but if you feel fear or scarcity in your heart, that is the energy the universe will respond to. It's not about pretending or faking, but about gently guiding yourself into alignment with what you truly desire to receive. When you feel joyful, grateful, peaceful, or loving, your energy becomes magnetic. You begin to draw to you people, opportunities, and circumstances that reflect that same energy. It's like tuning a radio. You can't tune into a station that plays classical music and expect to hear rock and roll. Likewise, you can't live in fear and expect to receive love, or dwell in doubt and expect to receive miracles. Your life is always echoing what you are vibrating. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are willing to become on the inside. This means that the most important work you can do each day is not chasing or striving, but aligning. Aligning your thoughts with peace, aligning your words with faith, aligning your feelings with the reality you want to live. This is the secret to effortless manifestation, not through pressure or struggle, but through inner clarity and emotional resonance. Take a deep breath now. Feel into your body. What energy are you living in today? Is it anxiety, doubt, frustration? If so, be gentle with yourself. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are simply becoming aware, and awareness is the first step toward transformation. You can shift your energy in this very moment, not by forcing yourself to be positive, but by choosing one loving thought at a time. Even a small shift in energy is powerful. It is a signal to the universe that you are ready for something better. The beautiful thing is, the universe is never judging you. It's not keeping score. It is simply responding, always, faithfully and precisely. It mirrors your dominant state of being. That is why healing begins from within. You are not here to beg for good things. You are here to embody the vibration of those good things and let them flow to you naturally. So if you desire love, become the energy of love. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with others. Open your heart to give without expectation. When you become love, you no longer chase it. It finds you effortlessly. If you desire wealth, become the energy of abundance. Notice the blessings around you. Celebrate what you already have. Give generously, not just with money, but with attention, with compassion, with gratitude. When you live in abundance, more abundance is drawn to you. This is not magic. It is the law of energy. You don't need to understand every detail of how it works. Just like you don't need to understand how electricity works to turn on a light. You simply flip the switch. Feeling is the switch. Your emotional state is what activates the current. So when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, what energy do I want to live in today? What vibration do I want to send out? Then create it on purpose, not by waiting for life to change, but by becoming the change yourself. When you become aware of your energy, you also take back your power. No longer a victim of the external world, you become a conscious creator. Instead of reacting, you begin responding. Instead of fearing, you begin trusting. And instead of striving, you begin receiving. That is the beauty of alignment. It brings peace, clarity, and flow. You are a magnet. Every moment you are attracting what you believe, what you feel, and what you embody. So let your inner world become a sanctuary. Speak to yourself with love. Release old patterns of fear. Forgive what needs forgiving. And most of all, trust. Trust that when your energy shifts, your reality follows. The universe is always listening, not just to what you say, but to how you feel, how you think, and what you believe deep inside. So feel good now. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are choosing to tune into a better frequency. You are choosing to align with the truth that you are loved, supported, and guided. That is the energy that brings miracles. There is nothing you need to do to earn this. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to feel your way into it a little more each day. You are energy, you are power, you are creation in motion. And the universe, ever faithful, will always respond to the energy you embody. When you affirm what you desire as if it's already here, you step into your power as a creator. Your words become the brushstrokes with which you paint the canvas of your life. You are no longer speaking from lack or waiting for the outside world to shift. Instead, you are declaring your truth from the inside out. You are announcing to the universe and to yourself, this is who I am now. This is what I believe is already mine. Every word you speak is an affirmation. Whether you are aware of it or not, you are affirming something all day long. You might say, I'm tired, I never have enough, or nothing works out for me. And with every repetition, you are planting seeds. But you can also choose to speak life into your day. You can say, I am energized. I am supported. Everything is working out in my favor. And when you speak these words with conviction, they begin to shape your reality. The key is not just to say the words, it is to feel them. Your words have power when they are backed with emotion. Say, I am abundant, and then feel what abundance feels like. Say, I am loved, and allow your heart to open to the experience of love. Speak not as someone who is hoping, but as someone who already knows. That shift from hoping to knowing, from wishing to claiming, is where your power lies. When you affirm what you desire, you are not pretending, you are aligning. You are choosing to identify with your truth instead of your fear. You are stepping into a higher version of yourself and allowing that version to lead your day, your decisions, your dreams. This is not about ignoring your current reality. It is about creating a new one. Because everything you see now was once a thought, and every thought you hold now is becoming your future. Begin with simple, loving affirmations. Let them be gentle. Let them be kind. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a beloved child. Say things like, I am safe. I am growing. I am learning to trust life. Let these words comfort you. Let them wrap around your mind like a warm blanket on a cold day. Over time, your subconscious begins to believe them. And when your subconscious begins to believe them, your life begins to reflect them. It is not about saying an affirmation once, it is about saying it until it becomes your new normal. Repetition is the way we rewrite the story. Each time you say, I am worthy, you soften the old belief that said you weren't. Each time you say, I am healing, you undo the pattern that said you were broken. Your words begin to heal the wounds that were formed in silence. Affirmations are a bridge from where you are to where you are going. They are not wishful thinking, they are spiritual declarations. When you say, I welcome love into my life, the universe hears you. When you say, money flows to me easily, you open the channels for prosperity to enter. And when you say, I am enough, the world begins to treat you as someone who knows their worth. You may not feel it right away, That's okay. Keep speaking, keep affirming, keep choosing the vibration of what you desire. There will be moments when your old beliefs rise up to argue with you. They will say, but you failed before, or nothing has changed yet. When this happens, return to your truth. Affirm again. Not with force, but with certainty. You are reprogramming your mind. You are retraining your spirit. And you are claiming the life that is already yours on the energetic level. As you continue to affirm, you begin to notice changes, small shifts at first, perhaps a lighter mood, a new opportunity, a kinder interaction. Then bigger shifts, more clarity, deeper relationships, unexpected blessings. This is not coincidence. This is the response to your new vibration. Life is always listening. It listens not to your fears, but to your faith, not to your complaints, but to your confidence. So affirm what you desire. Speak it in the morning, speak it in the mirror, speak it when you feel afraid. Say, I am supported when you feel uncertain. Say, I am guided when you don't know the next step. Say, I am becoming the best version of myself even when the path feels unclear. Your words are the seeds. Your feelings are the water. Your belief is the sunlight. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are becoming the miracle. You are not hoping to be chosen. You are choosing yourself. You are not asking for scraps. You are claiming the banquet. So speak as the version of you who already has what she desires. Live from that truth. Move from that confidence. And watch as the world rearranges itself to match your inner conviction. You are the author of your story. Speak the life you wish to live. It is already here. It is already yours. Your emotions are powerful tools. They are the language of your soul, the vibration you send out into the universe. Long before your dream becomes physical, it begins as a feeling within you. You do not need to see the results to start experiencing them. In fact, it's the other way around. When you feel the outcome, as if it's already here, you begin to summon it into your life. Everything you want, whether it's love, abundance, health, peace, or freedom, has an emotional signature. Ask yourself, what does having it feel like? Not what does it look like, but what does it feel like? That feeling is the key. It's the gateway. It's your most direct route to manifestation. The universe doesn't respond to your words alone. It responds to the emotional vibration you live in day after day. So if you want more love in your life, don't wait for someone to show up to make you feel it. Feel love now. Let it start in your heart. Smile at yourself in the mirror. Send kind thoughts to the people around you. Wrap yourself in warmth and appreciation. Be generous with your affection, even if it's just with yourself. When you live in the vibration of love, you draw love in like a magnet. If you want financial freedom, don't wait until the money arrives to feel abundant. Feel the ease, the security, the joy of knowing all your needs are met. Notice the abundance that already surrounds you, the sun, the air, the food in your kitchen, the breath in your lungs. Give thanks for every dollar, every opportunity, every moment of peace. When you feel wealthy in spirit, you begin to attract wealth in form. The mind might say, but it's not real yet. And that's okay. Let the mind chatter, but don't give it your power. Your job is not to argue with reality, but to create a new one. And you do that by changing your inner state. You are not lying to yourself. You are aligning with a higher truth. You are tuning into a frequency that already exists. It's like a radio station. You may not hear it until you tune in, but it's been broadcasting all along. Everything you desire is already created on the energetic plane. Your role is to become a match for it through feeling. Think of your emotions as a rehearsal for your future. When you feel joyful, grateful, and fulfilled, you are practicing the reality you wish to live. And as you practice it more and more, it begins to show up in ways you could never predict. Life starts to reflect what you've been feeling all along. You don't need to figure out how it will happen. That's not your job. Your job is to become the person who already has it. Walk with confidence. Speak with clarity. Rest in the knowing that it is done. Trust the unseen. You are not alone in this process. You are always supported, guided, and loved. When you live from the end, when you feel the outcome before it arrives, you activate divine intelligence within you and around you. Let's say you want to heal something in your life. Instead of focusing on the illness or problem, start imagining what wholeness feels like. Feel your body as vibrant and strong. See yourself doing things you love with ease. Feel the gratitude as if the healing has already taken place. This inner shift sends a new signal to your cells, to your circumstances, to the universe. Healing begins with belief. And if your dream is a new beginning, a new job, a new chapter, a new self, step into that identity now, not someday, not when everything lines up. Now, feel the courage, feel the peace, feel the excitement, let it wash over you, let it guide your steps. When you live from the feeling of your future, the path to it reveals itself. One step at a time. Even on difficult days, you can return to the feeling. You can close your eyes, take a deep breath, and drop into the version of you who already has what she desires. What is she thinking? How does she move? What choices does she make? And most importantly, how does she feel? Feel that now. Let it be real inside you. That is the beginning of all manifestation. You are more powerful than you've been told. You are the painter of your life, and your emotions are the colors. So don't wait for the world to give you permission to feel good. Don't postpone your joy. Feel it now. Feel the love now. Feel the success now. Feel the freedom now. You are not pretending, you are aligning. You are not wishing, you are becoming. You are embodying the life that's already yours in the and soon the unseen becomes seen. The invisible becomes visible. And the dream that once lived only in your heart becomes the life you are living. Moment. Within each of us lies a place of light, a place that knows we are safe, that all is well, and that life is always guiding us towards something better. But for many, this place is hidden behind walls built from fear, doubt, and old pain. These walls are not our enemy. They are simply the result of years of trying to stay safe in a world that didn't always feel kind. And now, to step into the life we truly desire, we must gently begin to heal the resistance that lives within us. Resistance often shows up as procrastination, fear, self-doubt, or even physical tension. It whispers things like, "What if I fail? I'm not ready," or "Good things don't happen to people like me." But these thoughts are not the truth of who you are. They are echoes of the past, old beliefs, outdated survival patterns, and stories you may have inherited from others. The good news is that anything learned can be unlearned. Anything created can be recreated, and any resistance can be released with love. You don't need to fight the resistance. You don't need to force yourself through it. In fact, the more you push against it, the stronger it often becomes. Healing resistance is not about struggle. It's about softness. It's about learning to listen with compassion to the parts of you that are afraid. What if instead of criticizing your fear, you held it gently? What if instead of rushing through your pain, you sat with it like a dear friend and asked, "What do you need from me right now?" When resistance shows up, it is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that you are growing. You are stretching beyond the boundaries of what your old self believed was possible. You are stepping into unfamiliar territory, and part of you wants to retreat. That part is not trying to sabotage you, it's trying to protect you. It remembers when things didn't work out, when you were disappointed or rejected, and now it's asking, will it be safe this time? The answer is yes. You are not the same person you were back then. You have more wisdom, more tools, more love within you now. And the more you meet your resistance with kindness instead of judgment, the more it softens. You begin to notice that underneath every limiting belief is a desire to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel free. And you can give yourself that now, not later, not when you've achieved the goal, but now. Healing resistance begins with awareness. Start by noticing when it arises. Maybe it's when you try to start something new, or when you speak kindly to yourself in the mirror, or when you imagine a life beyond what you've known. When that inner tightness surfaces, pause, take a breath. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of right now? And then listen. Often resistance comes from a belief that we're not worthy, that we don't deserve joy or ease. But these are lies we were taught, not truths we were born with. At your core, you are already whole. You are already enough. Nothing you have done and nothing you will ever do can take away your worthiness. You don't have to earn your way into a beautiful life. You just have to allow it. And to allow it, you must clear the blocks that say you can't. So gently, lovingly begin to speak a new language to yourself. Say, it's safe for me to succeed. Say, I am allowed to feel good. Say, I am open to receiving all that is meant for me. These words begin to rewire the mind. They begin to invite the heart to open. And as you repeat them daily, especially when resistance arises, you train yourself to feel safe with expansion. You begin to normalize the very things you once pushed away. Remember, healing is not linear. Some days will feel light and open. Others may feel heavy and slow. That's okay. Progress is not measured in perfection. It's measured in willingness. If you are willing to keep showing up, if you are willing to keep choosing love over fear, then you are already healing. Resistance is just an invitation to go deeper, to explore the beliefs and stories that no longer serve you. And every time you face it with compassion, you reclaim a piece of your power. You become less reactive, more peaceful, more rooted in your truth. The energy that once went into fighting yourself becomes energy that flows into your dreams. So the next time resistance rises, smile softly. Say, thank you for showing me where I still need love. Say, I'm listening now. And most of all, trust that the more you meet yourself with patience and grace, the more everything begins to unfold with ease. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not blocked. You are blooming. Let yourself unfold gently. Let the healing happen in layers. And know that every time you turn inward with kindness, you are dissolving the walls that once held you back. You are making room for miracles. There is a divine rhythm to life, a sacred unfolding that we don't always see, but one that is always working in our favor. You may not understand the timing, but you can trust it. You may not see the outcome yet, but something beautiful is already on its way. Letting go is not about giving up. It's about giving over. It's about surrendering the need to control every detail and trusting that the universe knows what it's doing. We live in a world that praises hustle and speed. We are taught to force, to chase, to make things happen. But true manifestation doesn't come from force. It comes from alignment. It comes from aligning your energy with what you desire and then stepping back to allow it in. When you hold on too tightly, when you obsess, worry, and try to rush the process, you send out the energy of lack. You're telling the universe, I don't trust you. And that energy creates delay. Letting go is a sacred act of faith. It's choosing to believe that what's meant for you will never pass you by. It's knowing that every delay, every detour, every unanswered prayer is not a punishment, but a redirection. Something greater is being prepared for you, something more aligned, more peaceful, more fulfilling than anything you could have forced into place. And when you let go, you create space. Space for miracles, space for grace, space for the divine intelligence of life to weave together the perfect circumstances in the perfect way. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not happening. There are unseen forces at work, people being moved, doors being opened, opportunities being prepared, all in perfect timing. Think of nature. The flowers do not bloom before they're ready. The moon does not rush to become full. Everything has its season. And just like nature, your dreams have a divine season too. Some seasons are for planting, some are for growing, some are for resting, and some are for blooming. You do not need to rush the bloom. You only need to trust the process. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop worrying. It means you do your part. You're healing, you're visualizing, you're affirming, and then you let the universe do its part. You detach from the outcome, not because you don't want it, but because you know it's already done. You stop asking, when will it happen? And start affirming it is on its way. I trust the timing. There is so much power in surrender, so much peace in knowing that you don't have to carry it all on your shoulders. When you let go, you let life flow. You allow blessings to come in ways you couldn't have imagined. You may think you know the best path, but life often has a better one. And you only see it when you stop clinging to the one you thought was right. Letting go also means releasing attachment to how things unfold. Sometimes what we think we want isn't what our soul truly needs. Sometimes we're being protected from things we didn't even know would harm us. And in time you'll look back and say, thank goodness it didn't work out the way I wanted. Something better was waiting for me. To truly let go, you must begin to trust life again. Trust that you are being guided. Trust that your intuition knows the way. Trust that even the delays have meaning. If you're feeling stuck, ask yourself, am I trying to control too much? Am I pushing against the current? Can I soften and allow instead? You can still hold your vision while loosening your grip. You can still desire deeply while being at peace with the present moment. That's the sweet spot where desire and surrender meet, where you say to the universe, this or something even better. I release it now and trust that all is well. Breathe into that trust. Let it calm your nervous system. Let it remind you that you are safe, even in the waiting, especially in the waiting, because the waiting is never wasted time. It is sacred preparation. It is the soil being made fertile for your dream to take root. It is life aligning all the details so that when your blessing comes, it lasts. So exhale, release your need to know when, how, or where. Return to your center. Come back to your heart. Focus on what you can control. Your thoughts, your energy, your alignment. Fill your days with love, presence, gratitude, and joy. And know that everything else is being handled. You are not behind. You are not off track. You are right where you need to be. And what is meant for you is already finding its way. Let go, trust the timing, and watch how the universe exceeds every expectation. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. Everything you've asked for, everything your heart has whispered in the quietest moments is already done. It exists. It is already yours in the unseen, and now your only task is to live as if it has already arrived. This is not wishful thinking. It is powerful alignment. It is stepping into the vibrational frequency of what you desire before it appears in the physical world. Most people live in reaction to what they see, what they hear, what they fear. But when you choose to live as if it's already done, you shift from being reactive to being creative. You no longer wait for the world to change before you feel peace or joy or worthiness. You become the change. You embody the energy of the outcome, and the universe, responding to your vibration, rearranges itself to match your inner state. It begins with how you speak. If you believe it is already done, you stop saying, "I hope," and begin saying, "I know." You stop saying, "One day it will happen," and instead affirm, "It is happening now." Your words become declarations of truth, not pleas of desperation. Your energy no longer says, "I need this," but rather, "I am this." This shift changes everything. Living as if it's already done means you no longer entertain thoughts that contradict your vision. You don't argue for your limitations. You don't make space for doubt to grow roots. Instead, you create inner certainty. Even if the outer world hasn't caught up yet, you trust that it will. You walk with faith. You smile before the breakthrough. You give thanks before the manifestation. Your mind may ask, "But what if it doesn't happen?" And you can lovingly reply, "What if it already has?" The mind wants proof, but the soul knows truth. And when you align with the truth of your soul, you understand that your desires are divine. They were placed in you for a reason. They are not random. They are part of your path. And if they came from within, they already exist in the field of possibility. So each day, ask yourself, how would I move if I knew it was already mine? How would I treat myself? How would I treat others? What choices would I make? Would I shrink myself to fit into old patterns? Or would I rise, stand tall, and speak from my truth? You begin to carry yourself differently. You dress in a way that reflects your future self. You walk into rooms as though the doors were already open for you. You stop begging for signs and start being the sign. You stop searching for validation and realize you are already enough. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment. This is what happens when you truly believe that you are worthy of receiving all that you desire. Living as if it's already done doesn't mean you ignore your challenges. It means you face them with a higher perspective. Instead of saying, "This setback means it's not working," you say, "This is part of the process." Instead of spiraling into fear, you breathe and affirm, "I choose to trust." You recognize that the storm is clearing the path, not blocking it. The truth is, the more you practice this way of living, the more natural it becomes. You begin to expect good things. You stop bracing for disappointment. You stop sabotaging your blessings because you've already decided that they belong to you. You become magnetic, not because you're chasing, but because you're aligned. You become a match for everything you've dreamed of simply by being who you are always meant to be. Let gratitude lead you. Gratitude is the energy of "I already have it." When you give thanks before the blessing arrives, you invite it in faster. You tell life, "I'm ready." You tell the universe, "I trust you." And that energy draws more to be thankful for. Each morning when you rise, say, "Today I live from the truth that all is working out for me." Say, "I trust that every step I take is guided." Say, "I am living the life I once dreamed of, and greater things are still coming." Let these affirmations become the soundtrack of your day. And when doubt visits, as it sometimes will, don't resist it. Just remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself that your power lies not in controlling every outcome, but in choosing your inner state. Say, even now, I choose to live as if it's already done, because in the eyes of the universe, it is. So breathe deeply, let your shoulders relax, let your heart open wide, and walk forward in peace, knowing that the life you desire is not a distant dream, it is a present energy. And as you live in that energy, everything around you begins to shift. Live each day from the in. Speak as if, think as if, walk as if. Because the moment you do, life begins to mirror that belief. You don't have to force what's already yours. You just have to receive it. Let it be easy. Let it be now. Let it be done.